Now I'm feeling good. Okay, Ray, take us in.
Hey, welcome back to another Getting Together podcast. We are so happy that you've returned to us. And I am in between these two handsome gentlemen, and I'm ecstatic about that this morning. We are here at the porch. We wish you would come and join us. Mondays, 10 a.m. is when we record. This morning, I have the signature drink from the porch, gentlemen. It is called the Porch Swing.
The Porch Swing.
And I'm not going to lie, it's so good. You need to come down, give it a try. Tell Jesse you want the Porch Swing. But I want to introduce these fine men and myself. I'm Raylene Challinor. This is my co-host, Jeremy Brinkerhoff.
Hello.
And today's guest is none other than Luther Kraxberger. That's fun to say.
Thank you.
Nice.
So
Did we get it
welcome.
right?
That was exactly right.
Okay,
It's
good.
very phonetic.
Brilliant.
Good. So excited that you're here with us. And I am finding out so much. These boys know each other.
We do.
I didn't know that.
We do know each other.
Yes.
Through,
Embry Riddle?
Through Embry Riddle,
Yeah,
actually. And
that's
I was
true.
trying to remind myself this morning, what brought you to Embry Riddle? Where did you grow up? And let's start there with your story.
Okay, so I went to Embry Riddle in 2005.
Okay.
That's when I graduated high school, obviously, from Oregon.
Okay.
Oh, we're in Oregon.
A little town outside of Oregon City, Beaver Creek.
Oh,
Beats
yeah.
Very small.
No, I know that for
How?
some reason.
You know
You're a liar.
Beaver Ton, which is where Nike's located.
Okay, maybe that's what
It's
it
on
is.
the other side of town. Beaver Creek is much, much, much smaller. But yeah, so you went through the little placement tests in high school and where you wanted to do or
What
whatever.
did you want to do?
So I was like super simple. Googled the best, pilot school, and Embry Riddle came up. So I applied to one school and got into one school and went to one school.
You wanted to be a pilot, though.
Yeah, so I have the same degree as Jeremy.
Okay,
And,
that's what I couldn't remember.
Okay, last week we talked about degrees.
Yeah, so I have a bachelor's of science in aeronautics, which is slightly different than some. But point being, I, graduated to fly airplanes and don't fly airplanes.
Amen, brother.
I was
All
in
right,
the,
money
I was in the
well
industry
spent,
for
boys.
like 2 months.
Because
months.
he has a bit of a pilot look about him.
Oh, yes, very
You
much
know what
so.
I mean? Like with the little
yeah.
wings on the
Yeah,
jacket.
you can see that.
I
You
could
can
see
You
that.
can see the captain's bars
Yes.
strolling through
Yes.
the airport
I could. Yeah.
with a flock, a gaggle of women behind him.
Yes. With their Pan Am bags.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah.
Very movie.
Yes, very much, very much.
All right.
People
So
it up.
that's what you did
Yeah.
at Embry Riddle.
Yep.
Were you guys in the same class then? I mean, did
No,
you?
I graduated in 2000.
And I graduated in 08.
But then, so you didn't know each other on campus?
No.
We didn't know each other on campus, but we were both part of Chi Alpha. And so that's how we met, through kind of mutual friends that kind of cascaded down through the years. And so I was still connected to people in Chi Alpha, Kevin and Kim McPhee, who run the campus ministry there.
Yes. Who are still in
and
town.
So, who are still in town. And
Yes.
so we kind of, I don't even remember when we met or
Somehow.
how, but one of these trips, like they do a lot of outdoorsy things through Chi Alpha. And so
Okay.
we met probably on one of those trips down some crazy place.
Yeah, because you boys are outdoorsy, both of you. Kind of
Sure,
outdoorsy.
Luther much more than me.
I wouldn't necessarily
Yes.
say.
Were you-
He would sacrifice himself for the sake of an outdoor adventure. I'll make sure I'm in a comfortable bed by the end of the night. So that's where we differ.
See, and that's where we're alike.
Nice.
Definitely.
I just like
Yeah,
to,
comfort.
well, I mean, so we were hiking Havasupai.
Ooh, yes.
We were going from the parking lot to the Colorado and back to the parking lot in the same day. It was Nate.
Oh my gosh, are you
It
crazy?
was awesome.
That's Nate. Okay,
Nate,
so he said Nate the
myself,
putter. This
Nate the
makes
putter,
sense now.
Myself and Ian Simpson. So we get past all the waterfalls. We're all the way down. We get to the Colorado. It's gorgeous because it's blue water meeting brown water. It's amazing. And there's this rock down there called Creation Rock, and it's like razor sharp. It's ridiculous. So we get there. We're doing pictures all the way back. And we come back like just before the village. We're like going down some rocks, and the camera, this was before cell phone cameras were like really good. So Nate had a digital camera, falls out of his backpack. We're right over the river. It hits a rock, and the camera falls into the river. And
Yeah.
we're like, oh man, there go all of our pictures. When it hit the rock, somehow it opened the SD door and ejected the SD card. So we still have all those pictures.
Onto a rock?
Onto a rock. And it was sitting there, and the camera's in the water.
That's a good one.
That is awesome. And you have all the pictures.
We have all the pictures.
Oh,
That's
my
crazy.
gosh.
Up to that point.
That's amazing.
We don't have the
Right.
point where we almost die coming back up the... Well,
So
I was an idiot and poured out my water because I was like, there's too much weight. So I dumped out the water. It was a long 17 hours. Anyway.
Oh, 17 hours?
Because you're
It's
talking
like
about actually
45
from the
miles.
parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you guys are
Yeah.
talking about.
All the way
It's
down to
17
the
hours.
Colorado.
Yep.
So hiking through
Through
the village,
Havasupai.
down
All
Moody
the way.
Falls,
Yep.
all the way down
Why
through
aren't we
like
getting this
Beaver and all that
info?
Beaver
stuff. We
all
are.
the way to the Colorado River.
and then
then
back.
Yeah.
In one day?
17 hours.
In 17
I think I
hours.
did 18 hours.
Why did you have to do it?
Oh, it's
You
just
know, they just did.
You don't have
20
to.
years old and you just do stupid stuff.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Wow, man. So Marissa and I went on a trip down to Havasupai right before everything shut down for COVID.
Yeah.
And I've been there once before, but apparently I didn't pack correctly because we hurt so bad. And then she was so upset because I had like all these backpacking things. I've been reading blogs, and I packed these little baggies. And
Yes, you
like
did.
So the next morning I'm like, here's breakfast, and she's like, are you kidding me? I'm starving.
Go kill me an elk.
I know.
My wife's
That
still pretty
baggie.
mad at me that I haven't taken her down there at some point, but
Oh, man.
I've only ever
Right now
done
it's
day
tough.
trips. Like, well, that's not true. I've been down there a couple times longer, but when my brother was in town, we just hiked down and hiked out.
Oh, my goodness.
The Indians in the village get kind of mad at you though, because they're like, "You're not staying one day," and I'm like, "Yeah, we literally have like a water bottle. We're not staying overnight."
Oh my gravy. That is nuts.
It was cool.
Wow. I don't even know where you guys are talking about.
One of the most gorgeous places in all of
No, you
Arizona.
do.
No.
You absolutely. I
Havasupai.
guarantee you've seen
Oh, you've
pictures
seen
of
pictures.
it. You just don't know.
It's
Where is
otherworldly.
this? In Colorado?
No,
Where?
it's
Where
on
are
the
you talking
Colorado.
about?
It's on the Colorado River.
But it's the west portion of the Grand Canyon,
Oh.
and it's an offshoot where the water is bluer than can be conceived. It's like there's nothing blue in here
Wow.
that matches
No.
it. It's like neon blue. And it's gorgeous, and these massive waterfalls.
Yes.
And then that goes into the Colorado. The best hike in the world that I've ever been, not in the world maybe, in Arizona, is
Oh,
from
it
the
might be.
village to the Colorado.
And it is kind of funny because the first time I went down, it was someone had just canceled, and my brother-in-law said,
No
"Hey,
way.
can you come?" I said, "Oh, "Okay." So it was pretty quick. So I went with this group. I had no idea. He had these other two friends, and it was this gay couple, and they brought nothing. I'm like, "What? How is this possible?" I mean, I have like jars of spaghetti sauce in the backpack, which I thought afterward, bad idea, right? Baggies, and like light things. So I'm loaded down, and these two guys are like, "Da, da, 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 da." I'm like, "Where's all your stuff?" Like,
Yeah.
we got a donkey.
Yeah, smart.
So then
See?
here we
Work
get down to
smart.
the bottom, and I got my little camp stove, and I'm making some stupid pasta, and they have baguettes, they have prosciutto.
I would
they
have
have
joined them.
bottles of wine.
Yes,
that they had dropped
my
down
man.
On the thing, and I thought, oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, I've done this all wrong.
That was
I've completely
brilliant.
done all wrong.
Donkey
And
next
they're like,
time.
Cheers! I'm like, I can't even walk. So anyway,
My legs are dying.
yes.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's the way to do Havasupai.
Tell us then. So Emery Riddle, is that where you met your sweet wife?
No.
Okay.
So she went to UNLV up in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Was born and raised in Las Vegas.
Okay.
She ended up going doing a dietetics internship in Prescott, Havasupai County. They had one, and so she was here at the same time. We both went to Heights at the time, and that's where we met. We met at Heights, and
okay.
between Chi Alpha Adventures and Heights stuff and whatever, we just kind of
Yes.
There you
hit
go.
it off. And
Uh-huh.
she
That's
really
so-
didn't like me at first, but
Ooh,
that's
tell us the
that's
story. Tell us
typical.
the story. Why?
We have so many
love stories
similarities.
like
Yes.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Marissa didn't like you either?
No.
I didn't like my husband. Maybe that's why we have all
It's like a
lasted
theme.
so
There you go.
long.
It's a theme.
no, she thought I was an arrogant jerk, which could or could not be true.
We have
but-
so much in common, Rebecca.
You think he's an arrogant jerk? This is our guest.
Oh, well, no, I haven't. I mean, maybe. I'll just jury's out.
no, so, which, I mean, we did a lot of sports, and so I'm very competitive and wanted,
Okay.
so
what
it
you're
wasn't like
saying
I was,
is there's a little, she could have thought that, and there might be a little something to it.
oh, sure, I didn't say it
Okay.
wasn't true.
All right. Okay.
Maybe I did. I don't know. The recording will tell us that.
Yes.
But No, I was super competitive. So we just did sports and all sorts of other stuff. And so through the course of that, she thought I was a jerk. And she came around one day when I got ran over.
Yeah. Oh, okay, wait. You
by-
can't just...
A car.
A car. Okay, not
You
run
gotta
over
tell
like
the
during a
story.
sports
You
event.
can't just
Yeah,
say
so
that.
I was working for Lockheed Martin, so I did kind of go into the
Okay.
aviation industry for a tiny bit.
I don't know what that is.
Lockheed Martin's a aircraft manufacturer. At the time, they had a service contract for flight service,
Okay.
weather, all that stuff. So I was working
Okay.
for them for a little bit. And then on my way home one day, I got ran over by an 83-year-old lady
On a
on
bike?
a motorcycle.
On a motorcycle.
Wait, she was on the motorcycle?
No, I was on the motorcycle.
Okay, good.
I was on a motorcycle. I turned down in Glassford Hill, and she ran me over.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
Okay, so
But everybody's
this is
okay,
this
so
is
it's
a little
fine.
bit of an aside.
Good.
Was it the motorcycle that Scott Ritchie had for a little bit? Was it that like
No.
old Yamaha? Okay,
No,
I was
so
like,
this
oh
was
my
like
God.
a really, really nice, top of the line, 2005 Yamaha R1,
Oh,
which is like the
goodness.
super bike of super bikes. So yeah,
Oh, how does it go, Jeremy? Okay, thanks.
exactly like that. That's pretty
Not
close.
in Prescott, it doesn't. No.
Oh yeah, it
No.
does.
Luther, it's not
I
supposed to.
never sped once on that bike.
ever.
No,
No.
there's no way.
He has much too regard for the law, much
Yeah,
higher
he's-
regard
He's
for
a
the law.
parent, respectable
Never mind
person
the
in the
fact that-
society.
It would do like 100 miles an hour in first gear. It's
Oh
no
my
big deal.
gosh.
It would
No,
never
no.
do that.
Online,
mother's-
he read the stats online.
My mom
He knew.
found
Your
out
poor mom.
that I got a motorcycle when I called her from the hospital.
Nice.
She wasn't very happy.
And what
about
kind
it.
of injuries
No.
did you sustain?
So I broke my vertebrae in 9 places. I broke T6, or excuse me,
What?
T3 through T8. Bunch of compression fractures and transverse processes fractures, which is not that big a deal. So
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
it wasn't
So
like there was no separation.
So then, how did this tie
man.
into Rebecca's?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Did she feel
that's how
sorry
we get
for
back
you?
to it.
Yes.
Okay, so she did. So Nate DePutter, who went on that trip, he was in one of their Bible studies, and they were like, "Hey, do you guys have any prayer requests?" And Beck was in there, and he goes, "Oh yeah, you guys might want to pray for Luther." And they're like, "Oh yeah, what?" He's like, "Well, he broke his back."
Oh, my
And then,
word.
like one thing led to another, and she felt sorry for me.
Nice.
good. Nice. So did she visit you in the hospital?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
At the time, I was dating a different girl, and we went out to California where my best friend lived, and I basically sat on his porch and read and drank beer for 6 months. And
Okay.
didn't do anything.
Recovered.
Yeah.
Recouping.
Well, yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
we went to the beach, and I was in a full brace and everything.
Oh
so
my goodness.
man.
Did you have the halo?
no
Okay.
halo.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I think T6 is like just down
Just
the neck.
right.
But
Okay.
like I said, none of them were like separated or anything. They were all fractures.
It's not a big
And
deal. So
how did the bike
I broke my
turn
pinky
out?
once.
Yeah.
The bike.
It was not a big deal.
The bike, I really wish I could have kept it, but
Oh,
it ended up in
man,
pieces.
Yeah.
Good
And do
night.
you still ride?
No, I like cages now.
Okay.
They're very nice.
Good. Good
So
for you. Yes.
And convertibles are better. And,
Yeah. Yes. Good segue there. Do you know?
Convertibles.
Yeah. I Facebook stalked you a little bit.
Oh.
That's not my car.
Oh, it's not.
That's my
Okay.
wife's car.
Which was?
That's your wife's car, Rebecca.
So we'll
I
have
already
to,
liked
we'll have
her,
to, we'll
but
have to
now,
throw it up there during the
yes.
Put it, yeah, put it
broadcast.
in the
Yeah,
picture.
Can
we'll
you
do that.
tell us what that is?
It's a 1965 Shelby Cobra
What?
replica MK4 Roadster.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous.
That is awesome.
It's super cool. So her dad built Roadsters for Factory 5, which is a Cobra kit replica company.
Oh, man.
And
Oh, my
this
goodness.
specific car is the one that they used in all their advertisements.
Oh,
so the
my
hilarious
gosh.
part
Oh,
is
okay.
while I was growing up flipping through all the, Motor Trend magazines, there's these advertisements for Factory 5 Shelby Cobra Roadsters. And
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like, oh man, I want to get one of those one day. And in the background is this black and white picture of a Cobra on a racetrack, and it's that car.
Oh, wow.
So it's
Oh, my
hilarious because it's
word.
like
It's now yours.
it's ours. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool.
So how in the world do you fit? How many? 3 kids? 4 kids?
Yeah, so 3 kids.
3 kids.
They go in the trunk. We
Good.
just shut it really hard.
Good.
And
You can
they're
do
fine.
that in Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no seatbelts, so it's
Yeah.
there's only 2 seatbelts, 2 people, and the rest of the people just hang on.
Oh my goodness.
So-
That's
No, if
actually
we
how
do-
my wife grew up. Like her mom had
Oh,
a little
yeah.
MG
Oh, I love those.
and she loved it, but she had 2 kids. So she'd put the top down and the girls would lay on the back.
Oh,
And
my
she'd zip
word.
down to Phoenix and back, and they're like, that
You
was
can
life.
do it in
That's how you
Arizona.
love it. It's
Absolutely.
Arizona. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh
Shooting
my
from-
God.
I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Killing donkeys.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Wild
Wow,
sparrows.
hilarious.
Okay, but you
So,
said that's your wife's car,
It
which
is.
leads me to believe you have a fun one of your own.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I do. I always say it's my wife's car because she inherited it. I didn't
Okay.
inherit it.
Okay.
But I do. I have a 74 Dodge Charger that I bought when I was a
man.
sophomore in high school, and I still have it.
And you
really?
still
I
have
do,
it.
yeah.
That's
oh,
kinda
you're going to be
cool.
one of
So-
those old guys that still has his original. You're
Car
going to be at
love.
car shows. And yes, I
exactly.
love that.
Yeah. So
That is really cool.
we got that, and then we have a Razor, just like half
Okay.
the other people in Prescott, because
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't have
a razor.
one.
Is it? Oh, the kind that
Yeah.
you drive in the forest.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no,
Yes.
not these ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So that's the replacement to the motorcycle, if you will.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay. I
Okay.
like that. That's, as a mother.
And the Cobra,
I'd be
obviously.
okay with that. Yeah, the
That's
Cobra is a bit.
How
Yeah.
often does she take the Cobra out?
We haven't taken it out in a while because all
Okay.
the summer rains. We meant to take it out last weekend, but probably maybe once a month or something.
Okay.
How
It's not
fun.
super commonality.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then with the kids and going in the Razor in the area, like what are some of the best spots that you have found to do that, or do you actually go out of Prescott to?
So the
to use
Cobra,
it?
obviously, like we'll take it around the Skull Valley Loop,
Okay.
or up to Jerome. That's the most common.
Oh, that'd be
Ooh,
beautiful.
that would be
Jerome.
fun.
I'll turn some heads.
Sedona.
And a little
Yeah.
scary.
It's
And-
just beautiful up there.
Yeah,
And then
that
the Razor
road.
just up, Thumb Butte Center Highway.
Okay.
There's endless trails up there, so
That's
cool.
so fun.
That's really fun.
just out
Yeah,
around.
I love that. I would love to get one.
Yes.
You
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on my list.
It is not on my list.
No.
No,
It is not.
Would it mess up your hair?
Oh, possibly. Yeah. So
They make
we went down to
windshields.
Phoenix a few weeks ago, and like there's a ton of cars parked off to the side.
Yes.
Old Black Canyon.
Yes.
No, what's the not Old Black
The
Canyon?
pie shop.
Down by
It's-
the yeah,
by the
down
pie
by the pie shop.
shop. So there's like tons of people. They're all in line, and only the first Razor is not eating dust. Everyone else is like,
Oh,
just
yeah,
because I'm like,
covered.
that's awful.
It
What
is
kind
terrible.
of day
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
that?
no,
So
No.
I
we
don't
don't do
know.
any of that.
No.
Okay.
We did that once, and we won't do it again.
Yeah, no, because
Going
your
out with
wife
people.
has gorgeous hair, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't think
exactly.
she'd want
We're
to
not
ruin
messing
that.
up. No, and the kids hate that too. So you either go out on your own or go out like with one or two other people, and then you're not eating dust, and you space it out, and it's a lot easier. that
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
There might be something, but
We have to back up now because
Okay, why?
Well, we left him at Emory
No.
Riddle.
Okay.
And then
we
the
will.
accident, and we met Rebecca. Felt
Rebecca.
sorry for him,
Yes.
but how did that transition? I need to know that.
to love,
Yeah.
Love.
enduring.
Yeah.
So I was
love.
in California for a while.
Drinking a
Healing.
beer.
Drinking beer, sitting on a
right,
beach.
On the porch, on the beach.
And so when I came back, she's like, she walks up at church and she gives me a hug and she's like, "Hey, I'm glad you're alive." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Thank you.
in
for
her
noticing.
in her version, it's she felt bad because she wrote me off as a jerk, and was glad that I was alive because she didn't really know me.
Okay.
And then she came around.
So then you stay in the area,
Yep,
and you guys decide to raise your family. And where's Rebecca's family?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas still. So
Yeah.
it's not too
So,
far.
Yeah, most of her family's there. Her parents lived here for quite a while. They passed away a couple years ago. Her mom passed away last year.
I saw
So they were here for a while.
Okay.
And then my family's still in Oregon. But
Okay.
most of her family's in Vegas, so we go up there from time to time.
I got
That's
you.
fun. Why'd you guys decide here?
Well, we both lived here.
Yeah.
It's nice. We
Just-
like
It's
it.
nice.
Yeah.
It's small. This
Yeah.
is the biggest town I've ever lived in, but obviously smaller than Las Vegas.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
change of speed's good.
Yeah.
It's a nice town.
Yeah.
A lot
That's
of people work their whole life to retire here, so
Yeah.
it's
Started
amazing.
out here.
so we started out here, and that's great.
Might as
Now
well.
you'll get to do the car shows.
Yeah,
With
right.
the old guys once you get there.
That's right.
From time to time. Yep.
And then once you were in that accident and you took that time off and to recoup and everything, is that kind of when you got out of Lockheed Martin and when you kind
so-
of entered back in? What'd you do?
That was kind of it was an interesting time because that was 2008 when everything kind of went sideways
Yeah.
on everything.
Everything.
So when I ended up being ready to go back to work, there wasn't a job. So it was a matter of like, okay, well, what does this kind of look like? And I had some mutual friends who were in real estate, the Hardys. And so I ended up working for them for a bit and just kind of steamrolled that into, so I was doing like just nothing work for them, paperwork and running around looking at properties. And then I became an agent. And then I started, doing flips in 2010, 11 with some
fun.
clients. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then just kind of built that into owning more property and, building property and general contracting. And now I'm developing a couple pieces of property. So,
Oh my word.
It's a big
snowball.
portfolio. Yeah.
And who are you with? Make sure you.
So I'm with Realty One Group.
Okay.
Mountain Desert.
Yes.
And they're an awesome company. Super, super cool, forward looking.
Yeah.
A company that's kind of embodies the same mentality that I do of just like not being stagnant and just continuing to progress and figure out what's next and how that looks. So it's super cool.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So we allowed to ask, what does the progression look like?
Yeah.
What is the forecast
that
for
look like?
Prescott, for the
Oh,
real
for
estate
you guys,
market?
for you?
So it's interesting because a lot of people are saying that like the real estate market is going to like crash or whatever.
Right.
And people have been saying that for like 8 years because 2008 was the cycle. And then so 2016 was supposed to be the next crash. And that obviously didn't happen.
No.
And here we are in 2021. With the amount of money that just got printed, theoretically, inflation catches up. So you don't necessarily make more real money on your house, but you're eventually going to have a house that's worth more because there's too many dollars chasing too few of products. So there's so many people looking for houses right now. We had a pretty high run up in the summer, but it's kind of cooled off right now. So we'll see how it goes. But I talked to people in Southern California and Texas and all over the country, and they're still going crazy because there's a lack of inventory, which is part of why I started building homes too. So
Okay.
Oh,
I gotcha.
wow.
And where are you building right now?
So we've got a couple going up in Prescott Lakes, and then
I like that area.
It's a super cool area. So we've got a few going up there, and then I've developed a bunch of lots downtown off Bradshaw Drive,
Oh, okay.
which the neighbors weren't too
Neat.
thrilled with. But
No. Hey,
it's
that's
super
progress.
It's a great
what
location. So we're going
Yeah.
to be building those pretty soon, and then
I
a
just
couple
think
others.
we need to have something for everybody. I mean, everybody has different tastes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
There's more modern lean. There's the cutesy Mount Vernon old. Yeah. And I think that's what makes this area special. I really do.
That diversity.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
But it's
There's room for everything.
Yeah, and there's not very many homes, so
No.
trying to build more.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. There's a lot of building going on.
There is a lot of building.
I like it personally
Yeah.
because then it brings restaurants.
Nice.
Well, if it's
I like restaurants.
restaurants are good, and we are getting. I've talked to a couple commercial brokers out of the valley, and there's a lot that they're built out. With some of the name brands, like we've got Jamba Juice coming in and Cinnabon. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, but
Right.
like some of the
I've
other
noticed.
some of the other bigger name brands are coming up too, because they're starting to get built out in Phoenix. So
Okay.
The
All
outlying
I want, and
markets.
I have written them, gentlemen. Noodles and Company. Have you ever eaten there?
No.
I have not.
That makes me so sad for you and your children. 'Cause
And my children. Okay.
Yes,
This is
it
good.
is-
This is what needs to happen.
I've actually emailed this company. It was one of my places in Milwaukee. And I said, you need to be here, you guys. We have the older generation, right? It's all noodles. So you've got the older
You
people
could franchise it.
with the. I don't. I just no. I want to
There's
do
one
this.
way to get
This is
this
all I want to
done.
do.
That's right. It's you.
I'm thinking maybe you were supposed to hear this. So you got the older generation noodles.
So that I could tell you
Right?
to franchise it.
Be great in one of your new developments. You know what I'm saying? It's just small. They're small. They're not. They don't need a lot. It's just noodles and some salads. That's it.
It's like ramen.
And then kids, no, like mac and cheese.
Oh, wow.
and they've got pad thai.
Oh,
and
so like any noodle.
Stroganoff.
You know who has good mac and cheese?
Who's that?
Colt.
Chick-fil-A. Oh.
Colt.
And Chick-fil-A.
I'll
but
have to
Colt.
try them.
Oh, isn't it kind of spicy?
No.
Oh.
It's smoked. It's amazing.
Ooh, smoked
Pretty
mac
much
and cheese.
anything from Colt. I'm
It's
in.
great.
We just ate Colt. Ate from Colt.
Hey, Colt.
I ate a Colt.
Felt like I ate a Colt on Friday night. Their cheeseburgers, I'm not gonna lie.
They do a good job.
Wow.
They do.
Okay, so mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese.
There you go.
Chick-fil-A too.
Yep.
Really good.
Mac and
Obviously.
cheese?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had no idea.
If you put the nuggets in there, it's even better.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I know as a Christian man, I'm not supposed to say this, but I don't really care for Chick-fil-A.
Sacrilegious.
The
I
only
know.
reason I don't care
You
is
don't
because they're
care
closed
for
on
it?
Sundays. And that's the day I want my mac and cheese.
Ah, gotcha.
I want to go to church. I want to grab my mac and cheese.
Mac and
I want
cheese,
to
and
come
then you're done.
home.
I get that.
Yeah.
Just go to Colt. You can get mac and cheese. There you go.
I
Problem
love,
solved.
I love,
Shop
and I
local.
love the smell of Colt. I mean, all of it.
Okay.
I love it.
Well, there you go.
All right.
It is a
We
good place.
digressed a little.
A little bit.
Where
but this
were
is
we?
all
Those are rabbit
conversation.
trails. That's all part of
This
the
is
Where
this
were
is
we?
conversations at the
I'm
porch.
sorry.
community
Yeah.
and coffee.
That's right.
That's what we do here at the porch.
He had to look at the sign behind me.
Says
I'm
the porch.
sorry,
That's what we had to-
Jesse. I'm so sorry. I have the notes down here. Wow.
It's okay. It's all
Okay,
right.
you guys, where were we? Because I digressed.
It doesn't
to the
matter.
noodles.
It was about
what you
noodles.
do,
Noodles,
what
yes.
you do,
Yeah.
building, where you
Real
were
estate,
building.
real estate
Noodles.
sales is primarily what I do.
Okay.
The building and developing is kind of a progression offshoot of that.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
And so, can we talk about Dancing for the Stars now? Because I'm a little curious
Let's
do
talk.
how you got roped into
we've got
that.
the people in, so now we're gonna.
Do you know the
close.
story? Oh, it's a amazing.
good
Is it a
one.
good one? Who's your connection at
So-
Dancing for the Stars?
I don't have a connection to Dancing for the Stars.
Okay.
Except your celebrity status.
That's it.
Driving
when you,
around
when you roll
Cobra
around in a,
replicas.
you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't exactly classify myself as a celebrity.
Only celebrities wear those watches. I'm just saying.
Sure.
So.
No, so Grant and Ronnie Quezada.
Yes. Founding fathers.
Founding fathers. So Ronnie bought my son Sawyer a hamster for his birthday without
Did
telling
she?
us.
Oh, I was gonna say. She
Brought
didn't-
it to the birthday party without telling us.
Was this a
and
joke?
Well, it's a joke in her mind, but it gets better. So I'm not sure if I should put this on a podcast.
Oh, I would let that hamster out in their
it's dead.
restaurant.
Anyway, one day it died. My son was distraught. He was super sad. And so when they
How
were out
old
of
is your
town,
son? How
he
old
was,
is your son?
he was turning 9.
Oh, yeah.
He is turning 9.
Dramatic.
He turned 8, so for his 8th birthday.
Okay.
So it was sad for him. And then when they were out of town one time, I covered the entire inside of their house in glitter.
I hate glitter. Moms hate glitter.
In their closet, in their bathroom.
How
So
did
like
you
glitter
get
bomb,
into
or are we
their
talking
house?
like a pepper shaker?
Oh,
like,
one of our buddies was over there.
Oh my word.
nice.
So
Are you banned from their place?
So Grant was supposed to do Dancing for the Stars because he's far more of a celebrity than I am.
But he's still picking up glitter.
But he is still picking up glitter.
Out of his underwear drawer.
And supposedly his sister's getting married this weekend, which
do
I
we
still think
believe
is
it?
a lie.
Might be a lie.
And so he couldn't do it. So they ambushed me in a restaurant and were like, "Will you do Dancing for the Stars?" And I was like, "I don't even know what this is."
What?
I had
I'm
no idea
so
what I
sorry.
was signed up for.
So this is all part of this retribution
Yeah.
cycle.
Yeah. So someday in the future, maybe near future, maybe distant future, it'll come back
Yeah.
Oh, man.
to them.
Wow.
That's
So
pretty
the
awesome.
moral of the story is do not buy your friends pets.
No,
Your friends'
No.
kids' pets. Don't.
Yeah.
Without asking.
you gotta ask.
No.
Gotta ask.
That's
Rude.
wrong.
So then, what possessed you to say yes?
I didn't know what it was.
So
was
you
like,
just
sure.
said yes?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll dance for the
Without
stars.
checking it out?
Was in the middle of a restaurant with a whole bunch of people and
Oh, so,
So
ambush,
it's kinda like
ambush,
a
like
proposal.
literal
ambush,
ambush.
is a literal ambush. Yeah.
Did you get a rose?
Wow.
No, I got a bouquet of carnations.
Oh.
Okay. Is that
Grant
is
got
that the
down
man
on one
thing?
knee in the middle of the
Oh,
restaurant.
Grant asked you?
because he was supposed to do it, and this is the day before the reveal party, so I had no idea what I was.
Oh
like.
Holy
my
cow.
word! You just said yes. Did your wife know? What
She
Dancing
did,
for
so
the
she
Stars-
knew the
I was
day
gonna say,
before.
yeah.
And I don't know that she understood the time commitment or like anything that
man.
goes with that, because I don't have any dance experience. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So.
Did you guys not dance at your wedding?
Well, yeah,
Oh.
but we just.
No,
I mean,
that doesn't
that's-
count.
that does
doesn't-
not count.
No. Okay. The shuffle.
That was in
the-
2010. Yeah, that
I'm
was
dating
like
myself now. The chicken dance. It doesn't
Sure.
count.
No, yeah, not even. No.
that doesn't count as dance experience in the slightest. No.
Oh man.
So yeah,
This is good. So okay, you said Grant. Do they live up by you then? Are they neighbors?
not really. No,
Okay.
they live over.
Okay.
In the
Because
middle of town.
Brendan made it sound like he was your neighbor.
He is.
And we
he is
had
my
him
exact
on
neighbor.
episode.
And there's
Throwing-
a lot of dog
throwing
poop in my
poop
yard
over.
right
That's
now.
what he. That's what he. Yeah, I mean, he did kind of confess to that.
But he did. Well, now I know.
Now you know it was him, and we
And
want to know.
just so you know, those pranks get paid back.
Well,
We
yeah,
can
with
tell.
glitter.
Yeah, in awful,
Do
awful
not
ways.
prank
No,
Luther.
we're just glad to have you on the show.
Yes,
Thank
we
you
are.
so much for
Thank
taking your
you
time.
for being here. So grateful.
So then with the time commitment, and now that you're kind of in it,
Yeah.
Are you like,
and it's a really
dang it.
cool,
Why'd I do this?
It's a really cool opportunity to help serve the community. Where are you at now? It's coming up this weekend, right?
It is
And
this
so
weekend.
how are you
excited.
feeling
Get your
about
tickets.
being a part and where you're at in winning this thing?
Yeah.
Are you gonna crush it?
Thankfully, I got a really good partner who is,
O'Brien.
yes.
O'Brien,
not
so
an
she
O'Brien.
is.
She's not, well,
Oh, she married in.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's fantastic. She
Okay.
knows everything there is to know about dance, which is everything that I didn't know because I had zero dance experience. And so
Wow.
she has done a lot of work.
Okay.
Bless her.
In the amount of time to get us to this point.
Yeah.
I think it's doing fantastic. There's a couple things that could be tweaked and fixed, but it's been a great experience.
Nice.
I mean, it's been a long time and a lot of effort, but
Yeah.
I think we're there.
Can you give us a hint of what kind of dance you're doing? I know you're not
I
really
think
officially
the
supposed to
official
tell
term
us.
is called fusion, so I don't know what that means,
Oh,
but
we're blending
Yeah.
some dances.
blending dances.
Okay.
So you know dance, then?
A little bit.
Okay.
I know a little bit. Enough to be dangerous.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I
Dancing
am
for the stars.
Very
Yes, next year,
seriously would be
2022.
my dream. I'm not even
Oh,
gonna
my
kid you.
goodness.
I'm not even gonna joke.
There you
it
go.
would be
There you go.
the highlight
It's
of my life.
done.
I could die.
It's done.
Hey,
It's
Nicole.
already
Die. I could do it and then die, and I'd be. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I am not in that space, but
No?
Yes.
then you can represent the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
For all 300 viewers.
Dude, that's all right.
Hey,
it's all right.
it could grow really fast.
That's
you never know.
right. Well, now that we've had you on, Luther, it
I
just
wouldn't
might.
say that.
So I have a question. Kind of, you're a humorous guy.
Okay.
You like to have fun.
I do.
And this
And
pranking
prank.
thing, right? So how in the world? I've tried to put myself in this spot with Dancing for the Stars. Like I could not take myself seriously because I don't dance. And like, how has that process been for you? Like, do you find yourself trying to like kind of yuck it up for laughs, or like is your
Trying to
partner
do
like?
what?
Much to Marina's chagrin, I don't really have emotion
Oh,
Okay.
in the dance. So we're still working on that.
All right.
okay. Emoting.
Yes.
Emoting, yeah. It's
yes,
not,
it's a thing.
Because I'm very like, all right, these are the steps, do the dance. And Marina's
You
really
Emery
not
Riddle
happy
boys.
about that. Yeah.
Can I just lump you all together?
No, because we're the pilot side. We do have humor. We have.
But humor is different than dance. So like, I don't know. Like, it's just different.
Yes.
It's hard to
Partner
explain.
dancing is totally different than
So,
just being out on the dance floor.
Personality is what I'm thinking. So I think within the flight program, there's more personality than say
Sure.
the engineers who
Oh,
are
totally.
like even more. So like,
Okay. All right. See, I didn't know
So-
that. Yeah.
yeah. So
But on the spectrum of emotions and people, the whole Embry Riddle spectrum is still on the.
yes, this is true. This
So-
is true.
Here's smarty dances.
It's not a it's not a laughy dance, if you will.
Oh,
Right.
Okay.
Like at some points, like it's hard and I laugh because I'm taking it too serious. I don't know if I'm taking it too seriously, but I'm like, it's very difficult. The emotions part is
Yes.
not easy. So
Yeah,
thankfully, Marina's trying to work through that with me somehow, but we'll get there.
Yeah, I think that would be difficult. Like locking eyes with someone being like, this is
Yeah.
a passionate dance. Here I go.
See, you
I
should
come
do
for
it.
you.
That's perfect.
He
See, I
could
can't
do
do that.
it.
And
He
then be like,
totally could.
yeah, exactly.
I
Then you
was-
just bust up laughing, and it totally ruins the moment. And I can't do that.
That's why I couldn't do it. There's no way I could
We
do
have
it. They'd be
many,
like,
many
you do
videos
not
of
take
that.
this seriously. This is a serious dance.
Speaking
Like-
of videos, you were gonna do like a promo video, and I heard that you wanted to like go out in the wilderness and do a Bear Grylls kind of deal.
Eat it off
something.
fish.
Yeah.
We were
something.
like, how can we make this ridiculous?
Yeah.
And do the things.
What'd you end up doing?
Can we see the video? Like, is there?
I haven't
a
even
link?
seen the video.
Oh.
so but it's like this weekend.
It's out
It is.
there.
Apparently
it's
it's
out
done.
there somewhere.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can't tell us what you ended up doing.
Yeah,
It's
we
kind
went
of
out
a-
and took the razor out and
Oh,
went
you
crazy.
did?
And
Oh, that's
came
fun.
back. It should
Okay.
be. I don't know. It should be like a short video.
That's a
Okay.
good one.
This is something they play during or before the
Right
performance.
before the performance.
Oh,
Yes.
So it's like your
okay.
intro.
I
Like,
didn't.
here's who Luther is.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And it's supposed to be
Yes.
kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, like, these are the This is your background, if you will.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
we start off in my office, do a couple questions, go run around in the Razor, come back.
Fun.
It's super fun.
Okay. I was thinking promo, meaning like leading up to it. It's generating interest in the community for this event, but it's that thing like America's Got Talent, where they
Right,
kind of show
exactly.
the backstory,
Right,
and
yes.
then pow, there you are on stage,
Yeah.
and people are
Yes.
like, "Oh my goodness, it's him! He's really here!"
Luther!
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
Just
good.
like that.
Yes.
And then you take off your shirt.
Yeah. Ooh. Maybe?
Not quite. No.
Oh, all right.
Almost.
Oh man.
This is why I'm not going.
I've got good tickets
This is why I'm not
too.
going.
Almost off, but not
I've
completely.
got good seats.
That's a
wait.
really awkward part because for me, like I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
go to work, and then like the
Businessy.
dance, it's like
No.
super. It's awkward, but
It's for the
I think
kids.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Marina's done a great job of
Yeah.
making all that normal. And
Good. Not
That's
awkward.
cool.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yes. Can I just go back to one thing? But the cars are
Just
in my
one.
mind because we're
Why?
a car
Cars?
family.
You are?
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. My
What do you
head-
have? What's the
Nothing. I
cars?
have a town and country.
That's not a car. That doesn't count.
It's
But
really
our
close.
dream would be to have something like that always. But my hubby is a mechanic and loves, grease, gearhead, the whole bit. We love going to the races. But I want to know a pulled over story. Do you have a Luther got pulled over?
Oh,
The
yeah.
man was
story?
hit by a car. And you want to go back
was
to
a
like, hey, did you get
motorcycle.
pulled over?
But
Yeah.
now,
Technically, I don't
he's
remember that, though.
Driving,
Okay.
you know,
That's all right.
I turned on
race
the glass
cars.
for, and then woke up in a helicopter.
There you go.
So
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Very
yes,
dramatic.
pulled over.
pulled
Riveting.
over. Whew, that's a good question.
I say
So,
this 'cause I just
funnily
got pulled
enough,
over.
I never got pulled over on the bike, even though that's I
'Cause you could
never
outrun them.
sped either. Maybe that's why.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, never
Ahem.
sped. No, so one time Becca and I were on a road trip up through. We went up the coast and then back down through Yellowstone and all that.
Nice.
Wow. So we're going through California, and I was obviously speeding because I was like in neutral going downhill, just cruising.
Having fun.
Yeah.
And the cop pulls me over. Apparently, you're not supposed to be in neutral
Oh.
or speeding or driving barefoot. And I was doing all those things.
Oh, wait. You can't drive barefoot?
Apparently not.
I didn't know
Here
that
in,
either.
in Arizona, you can because I actually
Well,
had to
you can
research
do-
it.
Oh.
you
so
can
I,
do
I
anything in
asked
Arizona.
one of the
cop?
DPS.
Yes.
I asked
You
DPS
asked.
officer, and he's like, it's actually okay here.
Okay.
But California,
See?
no.
That's
Apparently
why we
not.
love Arizona.
Shoes with a strap in the back.
Wait,
so sorry.
what car were you driving?
That was an Acura TLS.
All right.
So that was a while ago, though.
Yes, an Acura.
I don't
They're
have
fast.
that anymore. Well, it was in neutral. We were just cruising.
what
You're
you
not
do.
It's
allowed
called
to
free
do.
fall.
And it was hilarious because the highway patrol guy was like, normally I don't do this, but I'm going to let you off because you got a long way to go. Because we explained like what we were doing our road trip. And he's like, you're probably going to get pulled over again, which we did.
Oh,
Oh, no.
And so I'm going to let you off. And I was like, oh, sweet.
whoa.
Well, I was in neutral,
let
so
you
I didn't really know
off?
how fast I was going anyway. And he like literally, he's like,
Oh, no.
stop talking
No,
about this.
don't.
you're not allowed to do that either.
Stop.
I was like,
oh, man. You were like, thanks, Punch.
So that-
Thanks, John.
So then we
California
got pulled
Highway
over
Patrol.
again in the middle of Washington. Didn't get a ticket that time either. But
Whoa.
yeah.
It's because of the face.
Yeah,
Is that-
it
yeah.
is.
No, I think it was
It's
because
the
of the
little
pretty blonde in
gleam
the
on
seat
tongue.
next to me. No, because they always
The
came up to
dentine
Becca's window. And so I think she had
Oh,
a
I
lot
gotcha.
to do in
Oh,
that.
Any
yeah,
tears?
Well,
No.
she's a pretty girl.
think
Pretty
so.
girl.
Yep.
Have you been pulled over?
I'm not a pretty girl.
Have you been pulled
That was
over?
a weird segue. Oh, yes.
Well, no,
Yeah.
she's been
Oh,
pulled
yes.
over. That was the segue.
Yes,
This
because
is
I
true.
was recently.
Tell us your story.
Yeah, it's.
Were you in the town and country?
I was in the TNC, boys.
Glory.
I love my van. I don't care. You mock away. I
No.
love that.
One of my
van.
best friends
Love it.
loves minivans.
I love that
He
one.
owns a huge ranch in Texas, but he still loves minivans.
Yes.
They're fuel efficient. They're ugly as sin.
No, mine
Nobody's
is
ever going to
very
steal
pretty.
them.
Don't
They're
listen
comfortable.
to
They are not
him,
gonna steal
They got
sweetie.
big
Don't
slidey
listen.
doors.
She's out there. She can hear
I
you.
keep telling him, I'm like, if you got like an excursion or something cool and put
No.
slidey doors on it,
Slidey doors.
exact same thing.
Slidey doors. I do love my slidey doors.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. And the DVD
Anyway,
player.
you got pulled
Yeah,
over.
I did. And now, can I just explain? I got to lay the groundwork so that
Okay.
you understand.
Okay.
I'm driving. My
Driving.
phone is down here because in my TNC, there's no fancy whatever. Your
Bluetooth
phone,
connect,
right.
right.
It's old school, vintage. It's down
Vintage.
here. I have it on speakerphone. I'm
Good work.
talking to my sister. I'm turning left into Life Point, and the phone starts to tip. I grab it. I have it in my hand. Mr. Officer is behind me in what should not be legal. One of these fast charger where there's no lights.
Nope.
So I'm thinking it's just, speed demon
This is why.
behind me. And he lights him up. I'm stopped. I'm not driving, but I have my phone in my hand.
This is a hands-free state, young lady.
There's signs
Apparently.
everywhere.
Yeah.
There's pictures. There's pictures for people like me too. Phone, big slash,
Right.
do not do
Don't do
this.
that. Don't do that.
And in the parking lot at the kids' school, while all
Everybody
the
else.
parents are
That's the best.
there,
Oh, that's perfect.
they're having to
Love it.
pull around Officer Friendly to get their kids to school, and I'm
Love
there.
it.
In the TNC
That's awesome.
with big adopt stickers on the back of my van. Be part of the solution. Foster or adopt. That's
Nice.
me. And I tried to say to him, I wasn't really talking on my phone.
Sure.
Oh, nice. That's
He was having none of it.
No, you don't argue with the officer.
But he was very nice, and I did say to him, please don't break my streak. I've never gotten a ticket. Ever.
And he said,
Okay.
oh, wow.
Yeah, nothing.
Are we going to have him on the podcast and hear his side of the story?
Ooh, we should. That's
He
a
was
good
really
idea.
nice because I tried to throw my husband under the bus when he asked for my insurance and it was expired.
Oh, my gosh.
But we had the new one. We just hadn't put it in the TNC yet. And that's my husband's job. So I said to him, Officer, it's not my fault.
That's a boy job. That's
And
a
he
boy job.
said,
It's not a girl job. That's
I
a
would
boy
never
job.
even had known if I hadn't have pulled you over in the first place. So
True,
basically
true.
it was my
It's
fault.
your
So it
fault.
was your fault.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is
1,000%. Okay. That's fair enough.
Very
Okay.
nice Arizona officer. He was very kind, very gracious. I deserved the penalty,
Yeah.
and he gave me
Okay.
grace.
Good for him.
That's lovely. That's
we
a
like
lovely
Grace.
story.
Grace is good.
Grace
We
is
do.
good.
And that's
So-
it.
Okay.
That's
There
the
you
story.
go.
That's all I
I
got.
love it.
You didn't even get
love
a
it.
ticket. That's
No.
awesome.
Never had one. 48 years old. Have never had a ticket.
Well done, Ray.
Good job.
Well done.
I'm bragging
I can't
now,
say
so
that.
I'm probably gonna get pulled
Yeah,
over.
you are.
I
You're going to be
know.
humbled.
You haven't said anything though, and that makes me think
Yeah,
maybe
no,
what's
I've-
your ticket story?
have several
gosh.
tickets.
I've gotten a few. I have gotten a few. The best one that happened where I got out of one, I was still a Riddle student, California license plates
Ooh.
coming into downtown. I
Yeah.
got pulled over, and the officer said something about, do you know how fast you're going? I'm like, I know I wasn't going over the speed limit. And then
Ooh,
he
you
like you could see his
snot.
face get
Yes.
red. You Riddle kids, and you think
You
you own the
Riddle
place.
kids.
And I'm like, I said the wrong thing. So then, like, miraculously, a fight breaks out, a physical fist fight breaks out in front of the courthouse.
You
And
think
he-
that was a miracle?
Oh,
Just for
absolutely.
you, Jeremy?
Absolutely. I don't care what happened to those
God
guys.
planned that
God,
just
oh,
so you could
totally.
get out of your
Oh,
ticket.
yeah.
but they're living in sin anyway. So like it's okay for them to do their thing and
Okay.
fight. So God provides this miracle. This sheep with his horns stuck in, and the officer goes, "All right, I have to take care of this. You guys get out of here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we did. We took off, and I got out.
You
But
were so blessed.
yes,
Jeremy,
yes,
so
yes,
blessed.
yes. And I hope those two men are okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did you
you
start
do.
any fights in the near future around cops just to let somebody else out of a
You
ticket?
really should. It's karma.
Just kind of got some right across the chin. But then
that's good stuff.
most recently, I did get pulled over coming back from California. There's that stretch of, I think it's 71. It's like
Yes,
nowhere. I
there's
mean, I've been on that
nothing.
road and you never see cops. I passed one, so I'm like, oh, sweet. Got him out of the way. I'm flying 85 miles an hour. Got the whole family. All the bikes are on the back.
Oh, man.
And we suddenly fly past this guy, and I just know. I mean,
Unmarked Charger. Was he in a Charger?
no, he's fully marked.
Oh.
So I know I'm busted, so I just pull over right away. He comes up to the side and he goes, "Hey, you know you're speeding?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." He goes, "Do you know how fast you're going?" I said, "Probably about 85." He said, "Yeah." "Well, what's the posted speed limit?" I said, "Honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking it's around 65." Because it's 45.
Oh, no way.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
my
Jeremy.
gosh. And Daniel, you could see like tears welling up in his
Oh,
eyes.
My dad's getting
sweet
arrested.
Dad.
He's gonna go to
My
jail.
dad's going to jail.
He's going to jail. I'm thinking I'm going to jail. And I'm like,
my
I
word.
don't know what to say.
85 and a 45.
85 and a 45.
Whoa.
So I just said, I really have no excuse, sir. I don't know what to tell you. And
Yeah.
so he took all our information, went back, came, and he said, all right, I'm going to knock it down to 55 and a 45.
Whoa.
And so I had to do like the whole
the class.
whatever, online.
Yes.
Super grateful. Like every
yeah.
question I'm having to answer, I'm like, I'm just glad I'm not in jail.
Thank you.
I'm just so glad I'm not in jail.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you.
I don't know, like a felony?
Oh,
pretty sure that's
yeah. Oh yeah. So
Wow.
not the best.
Oh,
Not the
man.
best. So
You
there
have
was
been-
no getting out
you
of that.
must
There
have
was
been
there was
so
no like,
distracted.
you know what, just slow down. No.
Whoa.
No, I just really wanted to get home.
On the
Just really wanted to get home.
71, there's a 45?
Yeah,
So
I'm
that,
thinking it must have been built up. There must
not,
have been a.
not Congress. What's it? So like it's
Oh,
Hope.
yeah.
The town of
There's
Hope,
Hope, Aguila, Salome.
Salome, that's where it was. It was through Salome.
Yeah.
And I just come in.
Oh, you're
and-
going 85 through a town?
Well, we weren't in the town yet. It was coming up.
Oh,
That's
it
like
was
the-
a reduced speed.
That's like in Congress where they keep the 25 for like 3 miles out of town.
Yes. And
Kinda like
so I
Prescott Valley.
knew, like up there, I definitely have to slow down because you're about to go through. But back here, I hadn't thought about it yet.
You win. That's
So
not
that's
good.
85 and 45.
Yeah.
Not even in like it was a 4Runner, so it's not like I'm like showboating.
Yeah.
Right,
just-
like a town
I'm
and
just trying
country.
to get home.
Just trying to get home.
Yeah.
Oh well,
That's rough.
that's what we
Yeah.
got. But-
That's it.
Cool.
So Luther, thank you so
Yes.
much for coming in today.
Thank
And
you.
It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks for having
So
me.
fun.
And your eye candy, so that's always helpful for the
That's
podcast,
always-
especially since you put it on
Give him
YouTube.
a little. Go ahead. Give him a little wink, little hey.
Little wink and a nod.
Thanks.
Yes.
I
But
appreciate
we're
that.
really, really grateful for what you're doing with Dancing for the Stars.
Yes,
and
we
just
are.
the way
Super cool organization.
you're pouring into the community and everything that you're doing just outside of that. So thanks for
appreciate that.
you and
Yeah.
your family. And
Yes.
It's all for the Boys and Girls Club. So
Yes.
there you go.
We love
everybody's
the Boys
donating
and
their
Girls Club.
time. The professional dancers are donating their time.
it's crazy.
The celebrities are donating their time. Everybody's putting in a really good effort for it. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
it's going to be so fun. I'll be cheering loudly for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And
Yeah.
thank you to all of you for watching. We do ask that
Yes.
you would subscribe, and we're just hoping that you enjoy this. And as you do enjoy it, share and share and share again
Share,
until
share.
your finger starts to bleed
Share.
from punching the share
Luther,
button so
share.
many times.
I will.
If it's a
Luther's
touch
gonna
screen,
share.
mouse, whatever, just share. But thank you so much for joining us, and we will be posting more content. So we look forward to the guests that we're going to have, and we love Prescott and our community, and we hope you do too. Thank you so much.